feels live.
It is live. Just wondering what language it is.
Okay.
It's not Cantonese, it's not Mandarin.
We don't
It
recognize it.
sounds like 係咪潮州話
It's not. It sounds like
唔係潮州咩
Fujian ba? Or
Fujian?
Taiwanese?
No, it's not. It's not Taiwanese.
It's very close. It's got a lot of words that are.
I'll look it up.
It's kind of got some of that contained, pinchy. I don't know if pinchy's the right word. You know? Do you want to try it?
Yeah.
So right, if we do it open, versus I mean,
Kind of.
Like, think about talking like this. You talk like this?
Like this?
No.
I don't know how
Okay.
to do it like this.
I don't know how to do No,
Oh
you're just
my
talking
God.
to your nose. Oh, no.
Oh, jeez.
係潮州話喎。
Is it?
Yeah. 係咪你老豆識講
No, though. Actually, I.
Your dad speaks this
Yeah,
language, right?
I speak it with him.
You do.
I do.
So how come you can't recognize this?
I don't. Some of the words actually. Maybe there's a spoken and a more formal.
Really?
what is the
Yeah.
language?
潮州
Oh yeah.
That's what it's
another
called?
Dialect.
潮汕話
Is it based in Mandarin? No, that's not like this.
It's hard to say which one is based on which. It's like because China has like 300 different languages.
I
Like,
can't wrap my brain around that.
Yeah, there's
it's
a
like
lot.
300
We're
different
like-
dialects.
Where like the word for, let's say, love is different 300 times?
Probably it's all it's pretty different. Like I speak a few. Like if I can give you an example, like for example, like hello, right? If I say it in my hometown language, it's like no ho. My wife's hometown language, ne ha.
Okay.
And then if I speak in Cantonese, lei ho.
Completely different.
Completely different.
Yeah.
And then in Mandarin, it's ni hao.
Ni hao is what I that's why I
Mandarin.
recognize
That's
it.
the
Okay,
most
okay.
commonly spoken.
But so they're all
official
start with an
language.
N, then an H. N and H. But the vowels are different, the tones perhaps different.
Yeah. Tones are different and chamber shapes are all different.
And what's the Cantonese one?
Nei ho.
No, sorry, which is the L one? There was one that was with an L.
Huh?
Didn't one of them start with an L?
Lei ho.
Yeah.
It should be N. The more correct is N. Is it lanyam? It's like the youngsters.
Yes,
They
yes,
don't
yes,
pronounce
yes,
it
yes.
formally anymore, so they use
So
the L.
turning to
There should
the
be N.
L. Yeah.
So say them both?
Lei ho and nei ho.
Oh,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
just either the L or the N.
Yeah.
And if you want to swear, it's so easy to learn how to swear in Cantonese. Delay no more. Delay no more. Just say delay and no more.
What does it mean?
This means your mother.
Jay!
Don't teach her things like that.
Fine.
But that's not even...
Yeah.
Don't teach her things like that.
Okay.
Well, I think I could do it because it's like clearly an English phrase.
Yeah, just delay no more.
Oh, God.
She loves learning.
I can't do it.
His face every time he does it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it is. You're right.
Yeah. It's your hometown
It
language.
is. I didn't pick it up.
It's so interesting. Just because I spend so much time coaching people as wide as possible. It's the the opposite. That's more neutral. She doesn't do it all the time. It
That's
must
the
be.
language, though.
So it's
That is the language.
so it's not about the singing style, but about what the language requires. Is that what you're inferring?
I think singing needs to be authentic to the language, right? So
Well, I mean that's a tough statement, Jay. We've talked around that up and down because if I can sing, "There's a fire starting in my heart," but I can also say, "There's a fire." Right? You can play with the language depending on I don't know the law, sort of the law in it, but I there's no time.
but if it's a cultural
Because we don't have tone. That's what I'm wondering if what you guys are talking about, right? If I say "There's a fire," like that, there's no the language isn't gonna ever call me to change the overall blanket tone.
Yeah.
But I hear when she says there's a word that starts with W. I've heard her do, and she takes that sound.
I think different languages require different things. I don't think it's the language, which is a bold statement of me because I don't know the language. But if you speak, like listen to this last line and then speak it to me. This line. Hey, stop.
So
三江出海一直回。
回
Can you go back again? I need to
三江出海一直回。
Yeah, Sagang. I've heard the first two.
Anyway, the tua hui. What is this? Tua hui. Say this. Tua hui. So my point is, you did not say tua hui.
That's because I can't really speak this language.
So you're
well.
suggesting that if someone was speaking it, they'd say
very
tua
westernized.
hui.
And probably not Hui.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that it's
Fair,
more of a
that's
musical
fair enough.
thing.
Yeah,
it's
that's
more of
fair
a
enough.
musical thing than a
It's the
language thing.
style.
We don't know
Stylistic.
enough.
I don't know enough.
We just
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
So it's just three of us pissing into the wind. None of us know the
Totally.
answer.
And we're gonna all get yelled at.
Oh, we're trying. She looks like Asian Fozia. Like style, kind of.
Oh yeah, she does.
See, so this time, hui hui, she didn't say hui hui. So I think it's her artistic style.
Stylization.
Yeah. That's why I'm asking. I'm not trying to get anyone in trouble of not knowing the language.
Okay.
I'm just more trying to separate from what she's choosing to do personally or as a cultural reference versus what the language calls on. We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
speaking myself out loud.
Yeah.
Because Chinese opera that I've seen, they go into that pinchy sound a lot. Almost exclusively. She's in and out.
Yes.
See, neutral. Then puts it on a little. Then neutral on the same word.
Crazy. I wonder how many languages she can speak.
I'm just a butthead over here manipulating English around songs.
Okay, according to Google, it's like how many languages are spoken in China? In a population of roughly 1.4 billion, China has 302 individual living languages.
Crazy.
To put that in perspective globally, an astonishing 20% of the world's population speaks one Chinese language. Wow.
Yeah, that's great. Can you check
20%.
India? How many dialects they have?
India,
Is it the same?
In
Where there's like hundreds like this?
Yeah, they should.
Actually, India is crazy. India has 122 major languages
Wow.
and 1,599 other languages.
Yeah.
But those 302 in China,
However, figures from other sources vary, primarily due to differences in the definition of the
Of
term
language.
and dialect.
dialect, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but of the 302 Chinese languages
Or dialects.
or
Yeah,
dialects,
it's hard to specify.
how?
They sound different though.
Right. But would you, like the majority? Like I don't know. I'm not saying. I'm completely asking. Is it like there's a great bulk of people that speak Mandarin, and then there's like all these smaller ones? Is it like this?
I'm pretty positive it's required to learn Mandarin, so everyone speaks Mandarin.
But isn't it so different as English and French? When we're talking about 302, it's that different? That different?
Maybe not as quite, but close, right? Depends on where you're from.
They're quite different, yeah.
Quite different.
Because I mean, if you don't
At
speak...
first, I couldn't understand anything spoken from
Of your
my
wife. If you take like French and Spanish or English and Spanish, you won't eventually... Like, you can recognize some English words kind of inside. Like...
It's hard. It's really hard.
Like, I'm trying to think of an example.
I didn't understand any Cantonese when I first came to
So
Canada.
here's a great example. In English, the word surprise. In French, surprise.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Okay.
we don't
Oh,
make me doubt.
I can validate that.
Okay.
Yes. So it's not all like that.
Okay, no.
Okay, it's not all like that.
No.
You know, a grapefruit is pamplemousse.
Yeah.
Okay, or raspberry framboise.
Okay.
So there is words that are just like that are completely
But
different.
sometimes it's just words are just like the
root.
The nouns are just completely different characters to begin with. Like different cultures call things differently.
Like instant noodles.
公仔麵.
快熟面、方便面. It's all different.
Yeah. Different ways to say.
I guess all I'm getting at as an English-speaking Western person, it's hard to wrap my mind around 302 ways to say something differently, but also where there's a through line.
But do you see the through line in what I just demonstrated for you?
Which?
弄好,你好,你好.
Oh, well,
Ni
yeah.
hao.
I told you what I noted is NH,
Yes.
NH, NH, and then you had the L one that we
Okay.
just, maybe it's supposed to be an N as well. But that's what my English ear hears: NH, NH, NH.
That's not always the case though.
So you're saying the average Chinese person probably speaks Mandarin at least.
No, they have to. It's
They
required.
have to.
Otherwise, they can't understand what
They also
the
call it the common language.
So basically, everyone has more than one language. Everyone.
everyone. Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone is at least bilingual or more. Yeah.
Yeah.
But is it, I don't know. I keep trying to ask the same question without asking it. Is it similar enough that you can, if you don't speak the language, that you can like muddle
I
through?
don't think I can. Without the help of Mandarin, I don't think I can go to just like any town in China and be able to communicate with people. I don't think
Oh
I
yeah,
can.
even now I know Mandarin and Cantonese.
Yeah,
You can't put me in a town and for me to just pick up their language.
Yeah.
It's
You
impossible.
would have to require to write. You can write, I think.
'Cause
everyone
the written
understands.
language is the same.
Mostly, yeah.
Mostly.
Really?
Yeah.
So the characters are same or similar?
The characters are supposed to be all the same.
Yeah, because we
Oh
have
my God, so
we
it's
have
just-
no alphabet, no phonics, right? So it's just the character.
So you all see the character, but you say something different when you see the
Yes.
character.
Totally.
Yes.
Right?
So all those ni hao da da da,
Same two characters.
same two characters.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
But then depending on who's reading it, they say something else.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
Depending on what language or dialect they speak.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Interesting.
So interesting.